Alright, Dub Nation, thank you for joining me today. Jumping straight into the video. We are going to embroider this design onto a t-shirt, DTG, direct to garment. I made this design using Brother PE Design 10, and I am going to stitch it onto a t-shirt using the Brother SE600. The design is on this memory card right here that I put on the memory card from my computer. Digitized design. And right now you can see the orientation of our shirt. This is the neckline right here of the shirt. This is the neckline. It's actually a flawed shirt. Maybe I shouldn't use this. I'm going to use this because of the fact that it is a flawed shirt. And this is the first time that I'm stitching out this design. So check out the orientation of the design right here. On the screen is how it's going to stitch out. So right now, if I digitize it, if I stitch it out, it's going to stitch out this way. All right, but our neckline is that way, so I want to go ahead and change the I want to go ahead and rotate the design so it's facing the correct way. So I'm going to rotate it this way, and now you see that the design is sideways, and you see that my neckline, my off-white neckline, is sideways. But again, when you're digitizing stuff, when you're stitching stuff out for the first time, you want to use material that you don't care about, that because the design might not come out like you want it to come out initially. So you want to use something that you don't care if it gets ruined or not. So I'm just gonna press OK on the screen right here. I'm gonna press OK because that's the way I want it to face, and edit, and I'm going to press embroider. If you haven't purchased your Brother SE600, guys, use my link down in the description below. It says that this design is going to take 26 minutes to stitch out. Once again, if you haven't purchased your Brother SE600, use my link down in the description below. Click the link to purchase your embroidery machine. It'll help the channel out a lot. You pay the same price and I get a little small commission because I'm an Amazon affiliate. Alright, so the first part is going to take 9 minutes. And so we're going to load up our silver, the color silver. I should have changed this color right here on the embroidery software, but I didn't. So let me get you guys a wide angle, and I'm going to show you guys how I thread this machine, as I normally do. It's quite easy. Make sure you have the foot up so the tension wheels the tension is released off the tension wheels. I just grab mine and I take it out like this. And I have a tutorial on how to thread the machine. If you guys are interested in watching that, I'll post a link in the description. Also, I might put a link right above this video right now. You can click that link and check out how to thread this machine. Alright, right here, over here, down, over here. Boom. Wheel down, add some tension. Grab my little embroidery shears because I created a little loop down here, and put my shears through the loop, pull it through, clip, little access, and we are ready to embroider. We have the right color in. The design is all ready to go, and our lever is in the down position. So we're going to start embroidering, guys. Let me push the button and let's see how this goes. Getting in a little closer so we can see exactly what's going on, guys. If you are interested in supporting what I'm doing and helping the channel, visit allanawade.com. That's ALLANAWADE.com. Purchase some channel merch and help support the channel. And if you're purchasing anything off of Amazon, plenty of Amazon links down in the description below. So use my link to navigate to Amazon and purchase whatever item you'd like to purchase. And that helps the channel out a lot too, and helps me keep on creating content like this, showing you guys how to operate this machine and showing you guys other cool stuff that this machine can do. I'm gonna be working on some tutorials soon, so stay tuned for that. I know a lot of people are waiting for that, but right now I have a bunch of designs that I had lined up before I decided to do tutorials on how to use the software. So I just want to roll those out before I get into how to use the actual software, guys. So thank you for being patient with me, but those are coming up soon. Also, don't forget to visit facebook.com/adubbproductions, like and follow that page, and also follow and like facebook.com/King A-Dubb. Follow me on Instagram at adubbproductions, Allan Wade. Alright. So guys, the majority of the design is stitched out, but if you guys can see, I have a lot of work to do on this design. It's not exactly optimal, not exactly how I want it to look. A lot of work needs to be done on this design, guys. So we're gonna re-edit, redigitize, and go ahead, and this is why I like to stitch out my stuff before I send it over to clients, so that I can see how it comes out, guys. Perfect example. Alright, Dubb Nation, so this is what we came up with. So here we have an example of a product that is unsellable. You see a bunch of mistakes made in this design. Text needs to be bigger so that the jump stitches can be cut better. You can't read some of it. The text down below is just like sloppy, not readable. You can read it, but it's not defined enough. The heart needs more stitches because it's really it's not defined. The outline of the heart needs to be more defined. The outline of the camera itself, you can see that I'm gonna make this stitch that goes around it a lot bigger. And also right here where you see the white line that's supposed to be black, when I changed bobbin threads I didn't do it properly. So yeah, just a lot of flaws in this design, and that's why I show you guys stuff like this, so that you can know what to avoid. Some digitizers, believe it or not, you'll send them your file and they'll digitize it and they'll send it back to you without even testing it out. I don't do that. This is exactly why I stitch out the design first before I send it back, to make sure that you guys are getting good stuff. So I'm gonna work on this and I'm going to perfect it, and it's gonna be dope, and I'm gonna be able to sell it to my client to put on her shirts. But this design right here, this is not it. Alright guys, so this is going to be attempt number 2 with this design. I like the fact that attempt number 1 is sitting right next to attempt number 2, so we can see exactly what's going on. Just going to go ahead and start it up and stitch this bad boy out, and hopefully this one turns out better than the first one. I made the necessary changes so that we wouldn't have any like errors as far as legibility with the text. I also made the whole design itself a little bit bigger, so we'll see how the machine handles that. And you know, I made sure the heart was filled in a little bit more, had a few more stitches. So let's see how this goes. This machine is very good machine to get. If you haven't purchased yours, use the link down in the description below to purchase your link. Use my Amazon link. I get a cut. It helps the channel out a lot, and I greatly appreciate it. So let's see how this thing comes out, guys. Let's just watch the brother in action. Halfway through the design, you can see how silky and how smooth the SE600 is making this. It looks like a net of silver. A lot of times, sometimes when you stitch it out, you'll find that you have a lot of mistakes and it doesn't look as good as you would want it to look like. And if it doesn't look as good, then fix the file, man. Fix the file. Don't give somebody something that you wouldn't like. You know, adjust it. Make the changes. Make it look good. Make it look like something they can sell. See at the top right here, I might have to do a tiny adjustment. Sometimes, like when it's something little like that, like a little small gap, if it's so small, I might not do anything, because sometimes the machine and the way you got the fabric, it just doesn't quite come out on the line. I don't know. If you guys have a suggestion on why that is, then you can leave that in the comment section down below. but sometimes it's just not as perfect as you want it to be. But right now, I think it's coming out pretty good, so we'll just keep it going and see how it comes out. See that jump cut right there? Gonna have to trim that. A lot of stuff we're gonna have to trim, and we'll do that when we get a moment, guys. But let me just stitch out the rest, and we'll see how this one came out so far. I got my fingers crossed, and I hope it comes out better than the other one, because I'm ready to make some money with design, guys. I'm ready to make some money with this design, guys, is what I'm trying to say. So let's see. So far, guys, it looks like the intricate details of this design is coming out a lot better than it did before, the first time I did it. So I'm just hoping that it continues to do this. Just trying to, and one thing that you got to worry about when doing this stuff is that you load the bobbin thread. It's real important to make sure you load the bobbin thread carefully when you're doing these designs, because if you load the bobbin thread wrong, let me stop it real fast because I can see a little loose piece of thread hanging out. If you load the bobbin thread wrong and you start it back over, you're gonna get like this white patch type of thing. It's like when it starts stitching back up, the bobbin thread's gonna come through, in other words. So it's real careful to load your bobbin thread back correctly. So yeah, that's the one piece of advice that you should take away from this specific video right here. All right. This design is all stitched out and ready to come out. So we're gonna take this out and I'm gonna trim it up a little bit, and we're gonna compare it to the old one and see if you guys think that it is ready to be brought into production for my client. I can tell you guys what I think right now. Personally, I think it is. I just think that the text needs to be a different font. I think the problem is the text, not the actual digitized file. All right, guys, so now we take an up close and personal look at our design and how it came out. I think it came out great. The design itself, I think, is worthy of being sold. I can fill this up a little bit, add some more stitches to that right there. Let me use the scissors to point. A few different things can be cleaned up and stuff like this. You know, a few different things can be cleaned up, but overall, I think it's clean. I think it looks nice. I think this is worthy to be sold to a client. Now, the HeartLand Studios and the One Smile at a Time, I could use a different font to make it more legible, but overall, I think it's legible. I sent it a picture of it to the client, and she's like, I want this right now. she's satisfied with it. So that's another reason why I think it's sellable. Now look at where we came from. This is the original one that we did. Wasn't that bad, but wasn't to my liking. It was smaller, so I think that had something to do with why it didn't stitch out as well. I made a bunch of adjustments for it to turn into this. Like right around this area right here, I changed the direction of the stitching so that it can be more defined. This happened when I changed the bobbin thread. I guess I didn't put the bobbin thread back in good enough, so when it started stitching the wrong color. That's what happens when you put in the bobbin thread the wrong way. And the HeartLand Studios was too small, so I mean, it's legible, but it's not as defined as you can see as this one. So let me know what you guys think in the comment section. We went from this to this with the Brother SE600. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below. And if you haven't purchased your Brother SE600, make sure you purchase yours today using the link down in the description down below. So thank you guys for watching. Like, comment, subscribe. It's your boy King Allan on all social medias. Peace.
Turn up that, crank it up. Why listen to the rest when you're rocking with the best, baby?